today we are looking at Ghana's minimum wage and whether this minimum wage encourages investment and savings. Financial literacy, like we've been discussing since yesterday, is the ability to understand and effectively manage personal financial matters. It encompasses a range of skills and knowledge that enables individuals to make informed decisions regarding budgeting, saving, investing, borrowing, and planning. Financial literacy helps us a lot, and very key to our financial literacy is how we save. Ghana's minimum wage is not a very high one, some will say, and some have also said that financial literacy is on the low because of our minimum wage. By fostering financial literacy, Ghana can bridge the gap between those with and without financial services, ultimately reducing poverty and promoting economic growth. The question to ask is, are Ghanaians making enough to enable them make important financial decisions? Are Ghanaians making enough to enable them make important financial decisions such as savings and investing? In 2021, the Ghana Living Standard Survey reported that the average monthly income for Ghanaians was around 1,500 to 2,000 Ghana cedis, between 1,500 and 2,000 Ghana cedis. That was the average monthly income as reported by the Standard Survey. And this year 2024, the committee that determines the national daily wage, the committee called the National Tripartite Committee, increased Ghana's minimum wage from 14.88 Ghana. Our minimum wage encourages us to be able to invest and save. Good morning, Sam. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Sam, at the moment, Ghana's minimum wage is 18.15 Ghana cedis. Is this wage a good wage?
All right. Yes. Ghana's minimum wage is 18.5 Ghana cedis per day, and somewhere around 500 cedis per month. From where we sit, we think Ghana's minimum wage is very, very low, like the other developing countries. Looking at the basic expenses and looking at the cost of living in Ghana, the minimum wage is not enough for talking about people who are earning the minimum wage as at now. Won't be enough for them to cover expenses and to cover their cost of living, because cost of living in Ghana basically now, looking at the interest rate and the inflation rate, 18.15 Ghana cedis a day will just have you do what we call hand to mouth, and will not be enough for you to make a living.
So then, if
I think that would be good for production, yeah.
If it will not be enough for you to live adequately, and it will only help with hand to mouth, how then can this can a person plan to invest or even save with this minimum wage?
That will be difficult for every individual who is around the minimum wage, who is earning around the minimum wage, talking about saving and investing. Because in order for you to save and invest, you have to first of all look at your cost of living, and cost of living is basically looking at the things you need to take care of in a particular period. And if your minimum wage is basically doing hand to mouth, basically taking care of all your expenses within a period, then it will be very difficult for you to save, and then not to even talk about investing. So someone earning 18.15 a day will find it very difficult to save. But if there are cases where you can still earn 18.15 and still decide to save, and I'll run you through some of the processes or some of the things this individual who is earning 18.15 will still love to save and will still love to invest. The first thing the person has to look at is to adjust his or her budget. I believe you can bear with me that the cost of living is our way is what we have put according to what we have set for ourselves. So the way I live will be different from the way you live. So I can adjust the way I live looking at my budget. So if I'm able to stick to my budget, then I'll be able to stick to my level of living. So sticking to budget is all about certain things that you need to buy, things that you need to get, and then matching them to your income. So assuming you have one stream of income that is giving you the minimum wage of 18.5, and then you have a list of expenses to cater for in a month, you'll have to make sure that all the things you are catering for in a month is up to the 18.5 Ghana cedis per day. I hope you agree with me. So the first thing to look at is starting or setting a budget and sticking to your budget. And the second thing to look at is automating your savings and your investment. So for me, for instance, all the time when I want to invest, any money that hits my account, a margin of it hits my investment account. So something like 20% has to hit my retirement, my investment account. So I don't touch 80% of my savings, of my wage or salary. 20% of my salary I don't touch, 80% goes into other expenses. So automating your savings and your investment will help you to save even in these hard times. And the next one, which we all know, is to be able to cut on unnecessary expenses. So if you want to save even in this hard time, or earning 18.15 and you want to save, then it means you have to cut unnecessary spending. And then you also have to find other sources of income. Living under one source of income will not help you build wealth or will not help you save if you want to save. Yeah.
But how many people can get multiple sources of income? At the moment, not everybody is able to do multiple jobs or be able to engage in multiple avenues that will bring them income. So say somebody is making that 18.5. Would you rather advise that they find a better place to work in? Would you rather advise that if somebody comes to you and says that, Kobi, where I work, they pay between 20 to 30 cedis a day. That is obviously more than the minimum wage, between 20 and 30 cedis a day. Would you advise the person to take that job, or you would say that they should find a place that pays better than that?
So first of all, since there is no other job and jobs are, and then you work, you earn 18 cedis or 20 cedis a day, that's fine. You won't be able to save as of now because probably your expenses within the day matches the 18 cedis you are taking. Probably if you are living in Accra, you know, cost of living in Accra, transportation alone can take the 18 cedis away. Not to even talk about food. So first of all, I would advise the person to take that job. Taking that job doesn't mean savings doesn't mean you need to get a higher amount of money. You need to get a higher amount of money before you save. No, you can save within these 18 cedis. But if you want to get another job, you have to look at the time frame. You have to look at what you can do. So you can be earning 18 cedis and still look for another job, something you can do aside. So, for example, I am an investment professional. I work with an investment bank. On the side, I consult, and then I also teach in an entrepreneurship school. So this helps me to cater for other expenses that my monthly salary does not even cater for. Okay. So I think everyone can find another source of income. You can go to the market, find a woman who is selling in the market. Ask the woman how much she's earning, and ask the woman how much she needs to pump into her business to boom her business. She will tell you that she needs this amount, that amount, and you go into a contract with her. If I give you this amount, will you be able to? If I give you this amount for continuously a particular year, will you be able to give me a return of this? And then you invest into the woman's business, and then you earn from the woman as well. You can also set up other businesses where you will not, or you don't have to be there. You have to employ other people to work for you, and I believe it is possible.
Well, Kobi, before you go, say somebody earns 2,500 cedis a month, or let's even bring it to 1,500 cedis a month. Let us see how we can structure 1,500 cedis that a person earns in a month to be able to save some. Let's look at a structure for 1,500 CD income.
Okay, so someone earning 1,500 cedis in a month. Let's assume the person is in Accra, and then the first thing the person has to take care of is food. We have transportation. We have bills, water bill, light bill, and all that. We have so food, transportation, bills. Then let's put in savings. So 1,500.
The Bolt Safety Team, by your side on every ride.
For transportation, I don't know, but this will benefit most of us. 300 cedis for transportation in and out, that's for the month. 500 cedis for food. 200 cedis for bills. And that will be 1,000 cedis. And you will be left with 500 cedis. I would have given 500 cedis to savings. But let's talk about other miscellaneous. So there should be a miscellaneous that we don't know. So let's give 250 to miscellaneous. Then we can give 250 to savings. So looking at the rough sketch I have done now, you could see that that individual will be able to save 250 cedis into his investment or savings account.
Okay.
Taking into consideration 500 cedis for food, transportation 300 cedis, bills 200 cedis, and then miscellaneous 250.
Thank you, Kobi.
You're welcome.
Sam Kobi Hagan is a certified financial advisor. We are looking at Ghana's minimum wage and whether it encourages investment and savings. Kobi agrees that our minimum wage of 18.15 is not so high. It's not a good enough minimum wage. It can be better than it is. However, by automating your savings and investments, you can be able to save a little, some of the money you receive. Per a survey, Ghanaians receive between 1,000 to 2,000 Ghana cedis. So if you receive an income of 1,500 cedis, you could go by what Kobi has shared with us. Maybe spend 300 cedis on your transportation, 500 cedis on your food, 200 cedis on your bills, and then you have another 250 cedis for miscellaneous, any unforeseen bills you'd have to settle, and then with a 250 CD extra, you could be saving or investing with this. Although the money may be small, you starting little may also help you be able to put some money down for the future. So that is it for that. A minimum wage is not enough. However, you still can save a little money as you go on. That's all for Business Fix this morning.